It turns out you've been filmed 24/7 for the last month, and all the footage has just been sent to everyone you know. What's something they now know about you that they didn't before?
Mugata Krazapil says how much I pick my nose.
Protean Sapien says I spend a lot of time just staring off into space with my eyes glazed over.
Huda Kutbuki says the absurd amount of time I spend on Reddit. I also got a nasty flu thing, so 2 weeks of this video will just be me actually laying on a couch dying and watching really bad reality TV.
Bill Oakley replies, what are we classifying as really bad? Are we talking Kardashians or one of those things where people are fucking their kitchen appliances?
VaneXR says I incidentally murdered my pet spider named Billy I've had for 5 minutes, then cried the entire day.
Flaudit says how much I talk to myself when I'm alone. Edit, thank you for the medal.
Boxbear says I am not as chill and inexpressive as I pretend to be for my coworkers. I just save my crying and raging for when I'm alone. It's a lot of crying.
Old School Modern says probably that I spend too much time browsing useless shit and not enough time working or learning. MR Rip Shit Up says how sad I am all the time. Working on it though.
Thun Cool Kid says that I get scared before I go to sleep in my pitch black room.
Throwaway account 5559 says that I consistently beat my meat for 6 times a day.
Horsehead says that I own a bad dragon.
Musicman says the sheer level of offensive curse word content I've been saying around the clock as I get used to life in a wheelchair.
EVC11 says that I am ignoring texts because I'm sad, and not because I'm busy and didn't see them.
Zmajikpajit says that I jerk off every day when I was asleep. AP Detective says I jerk off a lot.
QWSNDBDJK says till many of you guys cry when you're alone.
Yuhul Escliber says that I'm gay hoops.
Wanda FUCA says that any notion of me being interesting is completely and utterly debunked.
Princess Peach 817 says I cry a lot when I'm by myself. I also visit dungeons.
Ella Reuse says how much I just sit and do absolutely nothing. I just realized it recently. It's honestly pretty cool.
Lassie 135 says cry and sleep Elliot.
Rather be asleep says they would hopefully see how hard I'm trying to pull my life together.
SPX 2013 says that I stay on Reddit until 11 o'clock at night when I should have been asleep 2 hours ago.
Strange Up and Woman says just how very much weed I smoke.
Jose F. Krakowski II says how little I actually sleep. Ion Runrin says welp now everyone knows I sing weird shit to my dog and partner, and dance about naked.
Corey Sutherland LFC says just how ugly I am.
Marco Ennis says that I have been going through an unexplained and unexpected state of severe anxiety and stress causing a massive state of depression to occur, woozy face with uneven eyes and wavy mouth.
Dr. Jimster Malpractice says I masturbate 10 times a day and I get to work 2 hours early.
Super Hotel Worker 2007 says my life is really boring. I hope they enjoy watching me cook, clean, and browse the internet.
Dilf Manservis says I seem interesting and fun at work but at home I just lay in bed watching YouTube videos to keep the depression at bay until my body forces me to fall asleep. I can't be by myself without something to distract me otherwise I get suicidal.
GUYUTE21 says they now know I like to smell my own farts.
Pancakebird Powder 74 says that I often tell myself I'm going to start doing something, positive things that will improve my life, but instead I end up laying in bed all day, and when I say I'm too busy to hang out I'm also just in bed still.
Danny 54670 says that I am secretly doing push-ups and crunches every day. I am trying to see if I can meet at least satisfactory medium level on the Navy's Physical Readiness Test, PRT, which would be required to pass Navy basic training. I am considering joining the Navy, but I don't want to upset my family members by telling them this unless I am confident that I can pass the PRT.
Lunacia 4 says depends on who the person I know is. If it's people from work, they are in for a shock. If it's the people at the kink party I was at yesterday, then no shock. Funky Flank says after taking a mean shit I use 2 layers of wet wipes to keep the turd scent from sticking to my hand. Raz0 Rooking says I have probably some explaining to do about my porn habits.
All you adore I of course says how much medication I take.
Will You Paint says my drug habits my insatiable sexual kinks, and all the stupid shit I do with my dog.
Begin Self-Destruct says I sleep a lot and don't eat often.
Bandit 263 says how much longer my dick actually is when erect.
Ronald MacLeod says I wear woman's knickers.
Ugly Boy 998 says I shower naked.
Dirty Gertie says what my dick and balls look like.
Skinny Ass Chris says I like to walk around my apartment naked with my dick in my hand.
BALAJIC says I am a pathetic loser just like they thought.
James 5368 says I jerk off a lot. Way more than my friends probably think I do. Backdoor Raider says how much time I spend on this goddamn app without posting a single thing. Answer Hussein says crying and being weird because I hug pillows a lot. Hallie says I read the 9/11 thread and then some things about it online. Got scared so I put my nightlight on. As if the terrorists would come and get me in the middle of the night. Oh the day. Fell asleep quickly so that was good.
CREIDDYLAD78 says I always wipe my feet off before going to bed. I talk to myself when I'm lonely. I spend much of my free time naked, and I work out regularly. What? I've had my interesting life already. I like simple better. Lillian Pumpernickel says I wear diapers. Like. Just for fun. Medium Rare Toast says that I'm bisexual.
Foolish Peasant says that I don't have a life.
Biggest Sun Praiser says you're just trying to siphon the information out of me anyways. Without the footage, you can't prove anything. Fuck off.
Lechuan here 4728 says my fetish.
Weekly Pie says that I'm pregnant.
Spinach Monkey says that I have the kind of friends who like to watch a fat guy get high and masturbate.
Irritated Alpaca says how much I cry, and that I listen to guided hypnosis subliminal message while I sleep to help implant the idea that I am worthy of love.
Level-headed Psycho says I pee all the time, I eat less than suspect, TD pick my nose a lot.
Captain James Joro says I sleep without pillow and with earbuds while listening to some stupid conspiracy theory. The Gucci Goo says I have a habit of taking homeless people on little shopping sprees at gas stations when I'm really drunk, sometimes even having them into my home if they seem nice enough.